Hi, thanks for staying with us on the Sports Show. Well, KG, the SNFL was over a couple of weeks ago.
Yep.
Of course, September 24th to Sunday. Double Blues backed it up, back-to-back.
Fantastic
grand
contest,
final winners.
Smiley. Absolutely fantastic.
Well, our
contest.
next guest, Cage, was the Jack Odie
He
medalist
was.
in the game. We talk about Fraser Evans. Fraser, how are you?
Very well, thank you.
Well, congratulations first, although I suppose a bit of the gloss has gone now. We're a couple of weeks down, mate. But let's just go back to the game, or maybe the start of the season. We spoke to Marty Mattner before the season started. He said he thought you boys were training better than you had the year before, but all of a sudden the season didn't open up that way. In fact, you struggled the first 3 or 4 weeks and then found some rhythm.
Yep.
What happened in the first couple of weeks?
I think it was. I think there was a number of factors that influenced our poor start. We had about 8 changes to the team from the premiership side the year prior.
Yep.
So we had some new guys coming in. We didn't have our A grade midfield on the park, which hurts. And apart from that, we weren't playing good footy. I think that while guys were trying to find their feet, other guys weren't in form, and I guess a premiership hangover, you could call it that. But we just weren't playing good footy.
When did you turn it around then, Fraser? Because it was a very ordinary start. Is there one significant game where you felt you were getting back some momentum?
Not necessarily, no. I mean, even like the round 5 win against West Adelaide, It wasn't an impressive win, or I wouldn't say we turned the corner. And then again, the next week against North Adelaide, it was probably just lucky that, no disrespect to those two teams, we're just lucky to get over the line against, I guess they were at the bottom end of the ladder, and we got a couple of wins on the board, and then from there, I think it was the Norwood win at home. The South Adelaide win at South, which I think really got our confidence back, and we started just stringing games together.
Unbelievable.
And playing well.
Minor round finished 3rd, so it wasn't like it was your grand final to lose. Everyone had talked about the Magpies being the team to beat. They'd been the form team most of the year. So when you find that you're coming to meet them in the grand final, you're the underdog, which seems strange when you've been the premiership team the year before. Going into the game, did it feel any different than the year before?
I think the build-up was different. I guess going into the grand final week, having done it previously, I was a little bit more familiar with how the week would run, and I knew, how I wanted my preparation to be, and keeping my mind off the game and just working the whole week. And I guess it was a different build-up from the sense that we're playing Port Adelaide and
arch rivals.
Arch rivals, and all the
love to beat them.
Yeah, that's right. Like there were club legends that you'd bump into down the street, and like Bruce Jarrett and these sorts of blokes, and they, you could tell it meant something more to them. It was a different game of footy.
I must confess, when that goal was kicked by Archie, I think it was, that magnificent goal, I said to myself, Sturda gone here.
Yeah.
Port have got this. But it was a wonderful contest, and the players, to a man, showed great resilience, Fraser. They really, really kept that ball in. It was unbelievable, really.
It was.
How were you feeling when he kicked that goal?
When he kicked the goal, it was, there wasn't much you could do about it. Like, it was just such a brilliant piece of play.
It was.
He,
Scores are levelled.
On his left, he couldn't do it again. I wouldn't have thought. Like, it was just an unbelievable goal, and you thought, if we're going to lose to a goal like that, then
you can't do much about it.
What can we do? But I mean, and then Corey Beard's tackle on the wing, that was probably the moment where I thought, we're not going to actually lose this now. Like, he nailed a tackle on the wing that most blokes would slip through, and it was we were lucky to get away with it in the end, I think. So.
I know Marty Mattner wanted to make it a contested game, because he didn't want it to be open, because obviously that was the advantage that Port had. They had a lot of quick outside players. You guys were able to make it that contested game. Certainly in the third quarter, I reckon you kept them to 3 points in the third quarter, and it looked like you were home. What did Marty have to say going into the last quarter?
There was a real focus on contested footy, and as you can tell by the tackle numbers, I think there was 265 tackles between the two teams, which
amazing.
is just enormous. Like, I fell over when I heard that. He spoke about at 3/4 time. I remember him talking about just big Jack Osborne just dropping it at his feet the whole time, so that we could just get numbers on the footy and lock it in, which is what we want to do. And when you start seeing it happening on the field, it just gives you confidence. Like, you see Aidan Riley just nailing tackle.
How good was that?
And it's just like, it just felt like we just weren't going to let it go. So.
Gee, midfield was great too, Fraser.
Yep, Zane Kirkwood. I mean,
what a wonderful servant he's been for the Sturt Footy Club.
He won his fourth PT Morton medal in a row on the weekend.
4th in a row.
It's not bad.
Yeah, any team with Zane in it is always a chance, I reckon. So he's a brilliant player. Yeah.
Mate, when Marty set out leading the week into the grand final, was there, when we talked about the contested possession, you can't just bring that in this week, so obviously it had been something you'd been building to. Midfield was great, ruck was great, everything was great.
Defence.
Then you get told who you're going to defend, and you've got Brett Eddy, who you've said a couple of times had got you before.
Yeah,
And you managed to keep that secret for the whole week, because I remember we asked you about it and you wouldn't give it to us. Mate, what was your approach going in, the way you're going to defend him?
Well, so starting off with the week, I guess, Marty had actually penciled in Jack Stevens to take Eddie, which is a matchup we'd gone with before, and me and Jack spoke about it and decided that we'd give me another crack on him just for the first quarter, and we said, look, if he gets a hold of me and kicks the first couple, then we'll make the swap and you go to him. But we didn't want to lose Jack's run. Like, I'm not a run-off defender, I'm more of a lockdown player, so that's the approach we took, and I don't know, like I just tried to keep my mind off the game. I mean, the first 2 nights during the week, like after we knocked off the Eagles, I couldn't sleep. Like I was so amped up for the game and just so excited that we were through to another granny and against the Maggies, thinking, there's going to be a big crowd there. It's going to be huge.
There was.
And then I just sort of tried to settle myself down throughout the week, and then it was Friday night that I knew I'd be taking Eddie. And
what went through your mind?
Oh, I just knew it was going to be a big challenge, and he's such a good player. He's so fast. He's much faster than I am. So all I was thinking was just don't let him get out the back of you, because I won't catch him. So that's all I went in. I just said don't let him get out the back of you. And
you did a job. I can tell you did a fantastic job. Yeah. Absolutely.
Pre-game meal, mate. What's your favourite pre-game meal?
Here it comes.
Spaghetti bolognese.
It's a secret, mate. He couldn't get any down. Instead of trying to get some, the whole place said, nah, can't get any, mate. Fraser's wiped us out down here. At the end of the game, mate, there's that euphoric moment when you win. And like you say, it's the second time, so it's not quite as good as the first, but not far off.
Yeah.
Then you get the Jack Odie medal. What were you thinking when they called your name out?
To be honest, I really was not expecting it at all. Like, and even now, it doesn't really. I don't feel like I totally deserve. I really feel like
it's a special honour. Fraser, you were great.
Yeah,
not pushing him, but you were great.
Thank you. And I just felt like the team. It was just the team performance was so
good,
fantastic on that day. Like I was so proud of the guys and proud of the team for what we'd achieved, and like the way that we achieved it, like it was just a fantastic.
Which was the best premiership, this year or last year?
I think it's always tough to compare them, but
it is
just for me. I think 2016 against the Eagles to win your first one's always like it's just the relief that comes with it is enormous. So 2016.
Hey Fraser, you got 7 weeks off, mate. Hope you enjoy your break.
Well done.
We'll look forward to chatting with you over the course of next season as well, mate.
Great game.
Try and get some insight into what's happening with the Double Blues. Stay with us. Plenty still to come.